Yeah.
Wow.
This sound international right here.
No.
Real Ellie Caliente.
Very
Hot.
South Bow.
But y'all niggas didn't know.
2 minutes, 7 seconds. Go.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You heard?
Well. Oh man, welcome back, man, to another episode of
Random.
Run. Repeat, man. Always with the randomness. I'm your boy Poke, of course.
Roby D, in the place to be. You know me.
Kmart. Blue Light Shopper.
The hell is what? Blue Night Shopper, is that what you said?
Blue Light.
Blue Bottle Shopper.
And we've been thirsty and he's already in with the cage.
Insert crickets. Insert crickets.
Back in.
All right. As always, man, I know I didn't repost the one comment because she went above and beyond to kind of give us a shout out. And we do appreciate that. I've read most of the other comments. As always, keep the comments coming, keep the questions coming. We will, I know we keep saying that, we say that every episode, but we are going to take kind of a moment to do a fan-based question, I suppose.
Yeah, feedback. Oh,
No,
okay.
a fan-based question, because I've had a lot of questions asked to me after some of the pods and also some of the older stuff. I know a lot of people have been asking me about the older stuff, questions like, oh God, I should have did it. Y'all should have talked about that. So we are going to do some of that stuff. We got some of that stuff coming. So, you know, as always, just hanging there with us.
All right. So, today's topic.
So
I was listening to one of the morning radio shows, and they do like, I don't know, question answers segments, whatever. And this woman calls in or writes a letter, says that wanted to know if it was a red flag that this guy that she had 2 dates with asked her about kids and was talking about future things.
Is this like a general question or is it like
Like, yeah, so it's supposed like, so how many kids you want? I was thinking that I want 3 kids. How many kids do you see yourself having?
and this is just, again, him inquiring about the future.
Yes.
not with her just specifically, but just generally like a general statement, like getting to know her?
Yes.
She like kids. Like,
Yeah.
I want 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so everybody on the radio show was like, "Oh yeah, that's a red flag. You might need to ghost him and escape that."
That's a red flag. Are we
So yeah,
missing something?
I don't necessarily, I mean, you took it out of context, but I don't necessarily think it's a red flag.
Okay, so then here, let me go. I'll go backwards.
so
I'll go
go-
backwards. Let's start at the beginning. Let's do it all. We'll start at the beginning. How exactly do you date nowadays? Let's throw that question out. How does one do that?
it depends on age and what you're dating for.
Now, man, nowadays it's not really so much dating. It's a fucking fashion show. It's a attention seeking. Like, what can I get out of this person?
Okay.
It's not so much like dating anymore. It's like,
So let's say we'll use you as an example. Say you find a young lady attractive. You convey that to her. You say, "Hey, Miss Pretty Young Lady, I like you, and I won't."
Have many.
and she agrees that she equally thinks you're attractive, and y'all maybe talk for, I don't know, how do they do it, for a week or so, and then you say, "I want to." Do you say, "Now I want to take you out. I want to hang out"? So then that would essentially be a date, right? So what do you do? What do you do moving forward? Like, how does one get out on a date? What are people doing now? How do they date?
how do they date? And like,
Yeah.
like you asking where do they go or how do they date?
All of it. Where are we going? How are we doing it?
Yeah, are we doing?
Do we walk in it? Do people still walk in the park?
No, now everything's creepy now.
If I
Like,
just
what? You wanna take me to the park?
can I ask you to the movies? Do we do movie dates?
What?
You can't really talk during a movie if I just met you.
That's true.
On a dinner date, we've been fucking brainwashed into thinking that if I don't pay for 100% of this, or if she comes and she has her own money, or if we didn't discuss who was paying and who's doing what, like it's
So
Interesting points. I saw something. I saw something too here recently about if a woman pays for it. I don't know how true this is, so I guess women you can kind of put your input in. Like if a woman pays for it, she obviously just paid for her own. She's really not that into you. So it's like she don't feel obligated like she owes you or anything like that. So if she pays for her own, like you don't have to. She doesn't.
So what are the rules?
So-
the initiator
So I
of the
would-
date should pay. If you
No.
ask me, you should pay, or if I ask you, I
Right.
should pay.
I agree with that. Like if you ask me out, you should pay. You're the one asking. That I mean that's how
Because
I
I'm the initiator.
so if a woman asks you out, you just expect them to pay.
I would hope. I mean I don't expect her to pay. I would offer as a man. I would offer as a just at least my part.
Now you're being toxic.
No. As
Because women can pay too. They bosses also.
they.
This
I see what you're
this
doing.
this is what I mean, though. That's what
Alright.
I don't. How do you?
So this is how I dated. I was always
This back in the 80s.
You older than him. Oh wait, no, he older than you.
yeah
I'm the baby in the room.
You are.
the baby. I'm cleaning it up, folks. I'm cleaning it up.
I see you.
So my introductory to like dating was always I'm broke. Like somebody's like, oh yeah, I really want to kick it with you a little longer, blah blah blah, do something different. Hey, I'm broke.
Is that just a pull away just to have them pay?
But see,
No, it wasn't a point to have them pay.
but in today's
But if they were
world-
like, because I was wearing, Cosby sweaters back in the day, y'all know what I was looking like.
But in today's world, and I'm not always a disclaimer, I'm not knocking on anybody, but a woman will clown you while secretly wishing that you didn't like y'all remember my man got on the subway and he had pizza and he had flowers and he was on his way to, get to his date, and I'm like, this
This man taking a train.
yeah, this man's shut up.
Full disclosure, I thought that was DMX for a while. I did look just like that nigga.
Women will get with their friends and then clown you and think that you're a sucker when, again, all you're trying to do is provide a good date. And again, I don't know in today's climate that doesn't really work, because if you tell a girl that you broke off the bat, she's going to do one of two things. Either she's going to clown you or she's going to say, well, I'm broke too. So if she's broke, you're
Perfect.
broke. But so
Perfect.
again,
Hey,
how do we date?
I get creative. What kind of sandwich you like? Oh, peanut butter jelly? Me too.
I mean,
I do something special. I want to grill those PBJs up.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's cool. I think that's super cool. But again, we're different guys. We're different guys. A lot of these guys think they're too hard for that, or they too cool for that.
but are you that transparent up front? Like, hey man, I'm broke. We can't.
100%.
Again,
I'm broke. I'm looking for sex. I don't want anything extra from this.
uh-oh. So we're about to stumble into something I didn't want to talk about.
I'm a hunt.
Are we
I was.
are we
I'm
truly,
married now. Married now.
are we truly respecting honesty? Because we've had
No.
1,000 women go, if you just, I would respect it more if you just be 1,000% honest. Like, which one of y'all is respecting that? Some man came out the woodwork and he was like, look,
They're
look,
not.
Shorty, I got a piece at home. I makes no money at this job. I'm bored out of my mind. I saw you was kind of cute and I'm trying to slide. What's up?
Oh, that's so disrespectful.
Yeah. So those are the
I'm
comments.
snitching.
Yo. So those are the comments I got. I either got to laugh and okay, let's see where this goes, or I got get out my face. You're not disrespecting me like that. I'm like, I'm not disrespecting you. I'm telling you what's up.
Is it disrespectful to be honest?
But
No.
on the flip
So
side,
yeah, go ahead.
on the flip side of that, what you're doing is disrespect. I mean, it is you're being honest, but in the same tone, you can be honest and disrespectful at the same time.
Well, how so? How is it disrespectful if you telling me I don't know anything about you? I see your curves. I like it. You got a cute face. All I want to do.
I'm sexually attracted to you, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what that energy like.
So if you were standing right, so if you were standing next to your mom's, whatever, we was out in public, whatever, and I said, "Hey, John, what's up, you fat motherfucking bitch?" Would that be disrespectful or not?
Well, now you say that's the truth.
It's the truth. But you know, that's how we greet each other. I can talk to you like that.
No. Well, so you know, but so you
that feel disrespectful.
you going to the extreme because
That's
that's
Okay.
I got a female at home.
But listen. If you came up to me and you was like, "Hell, John, what's up, man?" Nigga, you put on a little bit of weight, dog. You getting hefty in here.
Right. You can be honest, but you can at least
that's still disrespectful, my dude.
It's a way to be disrespectful
Yeah,
without being disrespectful.
yeah.
but you're still being disrespectful to your relationship no matter how you slice it.
What?
If you got what the scenario was?
Oh yeah, I said you got the short
Yeah,
end.
got a girl at home. I'm trying to slide. I think you kind of cute, whatever. And I telling her I got a girl at home. She gonna find that mad disrespectful. She thinks she gonna want to mess with you after that.
If that's what she's looking for, what if she got a man at home? She's like, yo,
and her letting you beat on the first 2 dates, and then she find out you got an old ass family.
and then blow up your spot.
She gonna blow up your spot regardless if she not with it.
If she ain't with it,
But then-
she don't got your
that's-
name yet.
That's what.
She ain't got your name yet. No, not saying that's what we do. You're not saying that's what we do.
Because
But that's,
how many times have you met a woman or you talked to a woman and she was at, if Jack Russell would have just been honest with me, we'd have seen so much. Like,
So,
you say that, but
I
you
call
don't,
shenanigans on that.
you don't really mean that, do you?
yeah. So going back to how we opened up with the whole story on that radio show, dude was being honest. He said, "This is what I'm looking for." So he was dating with the intention of something serious.
Well, he wasn't playing around. They already went on a date and they were on the second date.
And so
This seems to be going somewhere. So I'm gonna further let
I want
you
to say,
know.
hey, yeah, if before we catch feelings, I want to let you know I want children. Do you want children? No? Then this is probably a good stopping point.
I mean, second date is really not all that long, but also it depends on how they could have been talking for months. before that.
Exactly. So
How come this conversation had never?
before I even went on a date with my wife, we were on the phone talking. And the conversations were, hey, you want to come over? And then we're like, and then it's like, okay, well, what? No. Okay, what are you doing then? Blah, blah, blah. And then we just have a conversation like that. So I already told her what I wanted up front. And then she said no, but then we continued to have conversations about random stuff, just getting to know each other.
Right.
So that whole scenario, they could have been talking, hey, do you want to go on a date? And she's like, I'm busy tonight. Oh, okay, well, what are you doing? This week I've been at work, blah, 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 blah. Then they finally get freed up to go on the date. That's typically how it goes. You don't necessarily, I'm not sure who has done it, but you don't just meet somebody and then go on a date and that's it. And then be like, hey, all right, we'll schedule the second date. So you've only had 2 conversations, and you're asking about, children. That's a little weird.
I'm still in the start gate. I'm not even sure in this day and age that you get somebody outside.
Can't. It's.
I mean, people are that day and age is really busy. They really
That's what I'm.
This day and age.
So I'm asking you, if somebody wants to date you and they want to take you on a date, what's some steps to get you outside? What's a good date?
He said, leave cheeseburgers, trail into your car,
Right.
push me in.
Some gummy bears on top.
I'm a pretty simple dude. So it's really not gonna take much. I mean, I don't really mind. I'm really up for anything.
Okay, so let me take something off the table. Netflix and chill can't be a date. It's not a date.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a date.
That's a
Obviously,
5th, 6th date.
Okay. All right.
not
Okay.
necessarily.
Okay. That's not a first date.
No,
Now,
that's not a.
chill.
Why you?
That's a run and gun.
you
That's
ain't
not a
gotta
date.
put you ain't got to put the chill part on there because it's already implied. You're implying that sex is going to happen if you come over my house. We could just literally just sit back. We could have a mutual show.
But hold on,
See,
hold on.
man.
Well, see, yeah, you don't imply it. Well, you come over my house. I'll have no. Sometimes people just like, I don't have the money. I'm broke. You're broke. let's watch something that you're already paying for.
Describe television.
No, I agree with that, but he used the phrase Netflix and chill, which is implied sex is on the table.
Is it?
When you say Netflix and chill, yes, that's what that means.
Yes, yes.
Everybody knows that.
That's implied. Netflix and chill is implied.
Okay.
Now you said come over and watch Netflix.
You don't even have to say Netflix. Just come over and watch whatever the hell show we watch it. Why you specify Netflix? It could be on fucking Hulu.
I mean,
That's our sponsors, Goofy. Dang. Sorry, Netflix.
nah, not necessarily Netflix, but you get what I'm saying. Like trying to trying to get somebody to come over and be in a setting where it's just y'all chilling. Is that appropriate for a first date?
I don't know. It's not necessarily. I don't necessarily say it's appropriate, but it might raise a couple of eyebrows, like, because you know, it depends. Do you have history with this person? Have you met him? Do you work with him? You could have seen him in passing. I've never actually met you in person. Like, but I could be working with this person for like 2 years, and we actually started hanging out and doing stuff. I was like, you know what? I got a movie. Let's watch this show together. House of Dragon.
Describe the date, yeah. Like, what's the date?
What is a date?
A date can be whatever it is that you want it to be.
When people say, yo, like, we was dating for 6 months, what does that mean?
So
A relationship.
there's a little bit of an age gap between me and the wife, and so my idea of dating is
Like courting.
like we're
something different because courting is understood. I'm
Like,
with the intent.
yeah. So
Dating
that's my
is-
idea. Like, so dating was similar to talking to her.
Right.
So it's not exclusive.
No,
Unless y'all have that conversation.
no, not nowadays is not exclusive.
I don't know. I just don't look at it.
You have to nowadays you have to ask that question.
Yes, it has to be very understood nowadays because people, you could be thinking you're talking to somebody that you think you're only one, and you're not.
So that brings up a good point where a communication aspect. So you're dating somebody and you've not had the conversation of where this is going.
Purpose.
What's-
of the date.
What's the purpose of because you could go in and say you've been talking or dating this person for a year.
Is there a
Or
difference?
wait, so you could been having sex and going out to eat in movies with this person for a year. One side may not even think it's dating. They just think you're on the lineup. The other side thinks that
Y'all together.
y'all together.
Y'all exclusive.
And then something happens, the spot gets blown up, and you're like, oh well, he or she is cheating on me. Well, y'all never had that conversation. Y'all never made it official. Y'all were just doing boyfriend girlfriend stuff.
That's a very fine line. That's a big gray area.
It's not a gray area though, because
I mean, I agree.
It is because you're operating under assumptions.
yes.
You're not operating under.
So if you're operating on assumptions, who's in the wrong there? The person assuming that y'all in a relationship, with the person that's like still messing around with other people.
but it's
I guess
It-
both are at fault for
but
not
it's
communicating.
super standoffish if you holler at me and I go, okay, cool, I think you're attractive, but what do you want from me? Like, what's your intent? What if I go out with you today, or I continue to go out with you in the future? What is it that you're trying to do with me?
Perfect. That's a perfect rebuttal. And if that person's like, hey,
I'm saying that's standoffish, though, right?
a little bit, it's like, hey, I'm protecting myself.
But not necessarily, because if y'all are talking, y'all been dating for how long? You say
A year.
a year, and y'all one thinks y'all exclusive, one thinks y'all not. Somewhere along the line, that's conversation that's been had.
Now,
Like
Oh.
even if it hadn't a year, and y'all not completely being transparent or honest with each other, it's gonna be some flags. It's gonna be something there.
It's not even about being transparent and honest. It can just be like, I'm doing my thing and we haven't discussed it. So
If I'm
why am I bringing it up?
Okay, so you're right. So if we're dating for like a year, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Hey, You're like, oh, I'm busy. I'm gonna be with so and so, and I'm lying.
I'm just saying, now you're lying.
Okay,
That's different.
right. So somewhere along the lines, within a year, this person's having sex with somebody else. That's gonna come up somewhere. You're not gonna hide that for a full year.
So if you're not, all right. So
You can be completely naive to people.
yeah.
That's you.
So
People's
so
schedules-
y'all don't live together.
Schedules don't line up. When
Yeah.
you don't live with somebody, y'all schedules don't line up, and when you get in
Yeah.
our world, kids, job, I just some weeks I just go. I don't stop moving to 8, 9 o'clock. I'm not worried about any phone calls, talking to nobody, checking messages. I'm not worried about any of that stuff. Like, because you're just going. Me and you had periods of time when we don't talk because you're just going. You got shit to do. It's not on purpose. You're not doing anything malicious. You're not hiding or anything. You're just like, yo, this is just a busy week for me. I got this on my schedule, this is on my plate. And when I get my free time, I slept, or I finally got to this and that. Those things happen a lot. And if you're naive and you're trusting and you're a very loving person, I'm not thinking you're doing anything wrong.
But yeah, but not even say loving and trusting. If you just like, okay, hey, what are you doing now? You want to come over? Nah, I'm just gonna head to the house. I'm tired after work. Okay, and you leave that the conversation like that. Your other chick calls you and says, hey, what are you doing? Like, nah, I'm tired. I'm just headed to the house. You want me to come over? Yeah, cool.
But
So what was the man being deceptive in that situation?
no,
And all the while, hey, my man works a lot. He sees old girl maybe once or twice a week. But she's just on the lineup and she don't even know it. And they've been doing this for a year. And he got 3 other chicks on the lineup, just like that, on rotation.
But at the same time, when somebody's like kind of dodgy. If I got a significant other and I haven't heard from you like a week, something's wrong. I don't give a fuck how busy you are. Nobody is that busy where they can't speak to you within a week, at least once.
So, but
That's not a relationship. If you're in that type of relationship, that's not a relationship.
Sure.
exactly. What you doing? Oh, I'm working. They got me doing overtime today. Oh, okay, cool. I hit you up when I get off. Or, and you can hit them up on the drive home.
Right. See, that's cool. But if I'm saying that to somebody else, and it's like,
And you can still end up having somebody come to your place.
that's true.
So the conversation, like, okay, when should a guy be open and honest about his intentions? Because if he is, this radio show was calling him creepy. It's calling it a red flag because he was open and honest about his intentions. So now if I just go in and now we're just, bumping, we just having sex, and we're doing it for a year, you assuming that it's leading somewhere.
But here's the thing too, because people won't admit this. And again, I'm not pushing on nobody, but like, you get women, you get men. It's like, I'm not looking for no relationship. I'm just out here, you know what I'm saying? And my heart's been broke too many times, so I'm not worried about catching feelings. You should be worried about catching feelings. And then you bump once or twice, and it's like, okay, real quick. So what are we?
What are we?
What are we? Like,
what are we?
These things happen.
But that's why I don't think it's standoffish for, it's, well, kind of standoffish, but I don't think it's not invalid for you to say like, hey, what are your intentions?
If you know what you're looking for, fine. But if you just broke up with so-and-so and you don't really know what's going on, and you're really looking for a replacement body, you're not sure what it is, you just want to hang out with somebody, but not necessarily have sex, but you want somebody to color you, but not necessarily stay the night, but you want to be able to have some grown conversation, but not necessarily talk to them every day. Like, those feelings and that stuff cannot necessarily be articulated. You can't express that because you don't even know yourself sometimes.
Sure. Well, you're like, hey,
That's true.
it can be articulated. I just got off something. I'm just hanging loose right now.
And as a guy, if you hear that, what are you thinking to yourself?
She don't want me.
What am I thinking? I think all she wants sex. Cool.
What? Where the hell did you get that from?
From my brain.
I don't even think she wants that. sometimes sex is that's not the answer.
So if you're having a conversation with someone and
Sex is never the answer. Like sex is never the answer. I just had this conversation with somebody
It's
else.
the guy.
but
Sex is never the answer.
but
I
but
wouldn't tell you that. I wouldn't tell you that. Sex is never the answer.
so I'm not saying sex is the answer, but that person just wants that. I want that. I want some physical contact.
You think you want that,
They may want it.
and you feel sex is never the answer.
That's true because it took me after my ex.
That's the
It took me like a year or so to mess with somebody else. I was so fucked up. I thought I wanted this man. Actually, is the one to talk.
You thought
I
you want
thought-
dudes?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, stop playing with me. This man was actually one to talk me out of not doing. He said, "That's not what you want to do. You don't want to have sex with somebody. You don't want to. It's just gonna make you feel worse."
Yeah.
And then,
Because what it does is create that rebound scenario. Now you're just attaching all those missed emotions to another person.
Okay. Again, we keep rolling into things, and I literally had this conversation with somebody. So sometimes we attach our emotions and our love for somebody to sex because he did you wrong, she did you wrong. Y'all, you came back, we had sex. You cheated on me, I'm mad at you, but I miss you. You came back, we had sex. We arguing, we fighting,
We
we
break up.
along, we breaking up. I come back, we have sex. All the good things, we have sex. All the bad things, we have sex. So when we're not having sex, we're fighting. So now you think that my love is expressed to you through sex, and that's not where it's at, man.
it's not. Yeah, that's not healthy at all.
That's not where it's at. And it don't do anything for you.
I think that's because we tie like relationships and togetherness into sex. So yeah, but like you said, I don't want anything, I'm not looking for anything, and then you have some good sex with a person.
But here's an interesting question: Can you love somebody and be with somebody if the sex is horrible?
When you
So
love somebody, you make excuses for everything, every aspect of their life. If you love them, 2 inches is fire to you. You can work around that.
so what?
You
But
find
this
people
is
do that.
But people,
but so if you have an emotional connection with somebody, how can sex be bad?
that's true. Sex does make it. I mean, when you have emotional connection with somebody, sex does make it better.
Now,
Emotional sex?
yeah, and so
Woo! That right there. That right there.
because I know we've all had that situation. Like this is awkward.
Yeah.
Like why am I doing this right now? let me thinking and get out here. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta go.
Have you done that?
Yes.
See, I told y'all, guys can't fake it. Guys can't fake it.
Yes. I'm thinking of one instance. I'm thinking of one instance right now that I was like, "Did you finish?" Yes. Gotta go.
Damn.
Yeah. But you could tell they weren't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it, and I was like, "Oh no, 3 pump chump." Oh, sorry.
They should know.
They probably do. They probably do. It's like I act like I pulled out, spit on their back. Let me wipe it out.
If you raise the flag and they start blowing in the wind,
Hey, if you open up the box of cereal and there's cookies in there,
I'm just saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
if there's a needle in the haystack, and you find a Tonka truck,
Yo, now you want something. See now it's time. I'm just saying, like, it's happened to everybody. I think we have to, and I've said this a million times. Yes, you can try to be upfront. Yes, you can try to be honest. It just depends on the people, man. Sometimes you don't know and you just kind of want to go with the flow. And I don't think you should be attacked just for, and it's men, because women can, so I know exactly how that sounds, because women can inquire as to what your intentions are. But if men do it, then we're creepy.
Yeah. So how soon should you tell somebody your intentions?
I mean, it just depends on how the conversation's going. I mean, if y'all vibing already, then it's gonna come out, man. It's just one of those things that's gonna be not necessarily understood. It's gonna be a conversation that y'all need to have. But you know when you're connecting with somebody out top.
Yeah.
Within the first,
But so you know, I've seen a lot where guys be like, hey, you know, chicks like, I don't know if we're vibing. It's like, okay, we're not vibing. I'm looking for something serious. Let's keep it moving. And then he gets drugged. They're just like, oh, well, you just no good. You just broke. You just this, that, and the other. I know. You just said we're not vibing. You don't know if we're vibing. Well, I'm looking for some answers.
Well, that's what I said.
This is
A woman can do it, but if a man does it,
he's being pushy, he's being creep.
well, even then, a woman can be called a gold digger. Because I'm looking for somebody stable with some money. Well, she'll gold digger.
And that's a gray area.
that's a gray area. That's going to be, and again, we're not pointing fingers at anybody. So if it doesn't apply to you, please do not be offended.
No, be offended.
There's nothing wrong with being stable and having a job and have somebody that's established that has.
And that's why he said earlier, and he doubled down on that, age is a factor.
Yeah, because if you're dating in your 30s, what are you looking for?
But you want to be alone at 45?
No,
You want to be alone at 52?
some people do though.
Why? Because you're a knucklehead and you stand into your standards?
That's not necessarily. Some people tried marriage and it wasn't for them, and they'd rather have friends. They'd rather have random sex.
But is that an okay lifestyle?
For some people,
But you do get those people that's been in a relationship at 40, that's been in a relationship or they've been married, they got married young, so they didn't have their fun. So at the age of 40, 45, even 35, something like that, they're just having sex at school and whomever. And I guess it's going to get, hopefully we get to a point where that's above them and this sex is kind of meaningless when you're not having it with somebody that you actually care about. So,
but sometimes that thrill, that rush, that excitement of somebody new,
and there's nothing wrong with
in the gas station bathroom or
cannot be
parking lot of the club.
You cannot
the bar.
duplicate, and you cannot be the first slide. First time you go in there, you can't duplicate it. You can't beat it.
That's tough.
You cannot beat it. The excitement of two people meeting up and while that physical interaction happens, the excitement, because you'll know you can't beat that, and you can't duplicate it. Now, we don't need to talk about this, but we will at a later date. I know he wants to, and I know you got thoughts on it, but this goes into saying
Marriage.
Is there value in marriage?
I mean, we're here. No.
I see a couple of things on while I'm watching TikToks and shit like that. And there's this guy, and I know y'all probably seen it. He'll walk up to a chick or whatever, and he was like, "Hey, you got I just thought you were really cute. You got a boyfriend or you dating anybody?" And they were like, "Yeah." And he'd be like, "Oh," he's like, "When's the wedding?" And they just laugh. And he's like, "Oh, so it's not serious." The fuck? Y'all agree with that? It's still scandalous as hell.
It is. It is, but
About how soon?
You're still dating and you're still with somebody.
so what are you dating for? What are you dating for?
What are y'all dating for?
And I hope maybe to get married. Some people, let's take that off the table.
Take what off the table?
Some people don't believe in marriage. Some people think that, okay, I love you, you love me. Let's just be together. We don't want to get married, but we're going to be together. We're going to have this understanding, like, I'm not going to cheat on you. You're not going to cheat on me. You're not going to be with somebody else. I'm not going to be with you. I'm not going to be with nobody else either.
So then if you ever approached, that's what you would say. Like, no, no, there is not going to be a wedding, but this is not forever, because there's a difference. When you
Yeah.
know that that is your forever, and you can proudly say that, then that's what you're going to say.
So you're giving a cheat. So it's still okay to cheat. Is that what you're saying?
No. Yo.
I'm asking a question because I'm
you pick that?
I'm clearing things up. I'm asking a question. So just because I said that we're not going to get married, or well, when's the wedding? It's okay to give me your number.
No. He said that's when you rebuttal with, hey, there's no wedding, but I'm with my forever.
No, before I said that.
Yeah, no, after that he came and rebutted and said, there's not going to be a wedding, but this is my forever.
Okay, let's say we never had that. Just say me and this person never had that conversation. But we're still dating, maybe
For how long? How long have you been dating?
maybe a year.
Maybe a year.
It doesn't matter how long.
Okay, then say your point. You are wanting to make a point.
I'm
At
at-
this point, I don't want to hear what your point is. Just make it.
Is it okay? Is that okay?
Is it okay?
No,
Why?
because I'm dating this person.
So what?
We are together.
So what?
What's that? What's
What does
that
that
mean?
mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean?
Are you dating to marry this person?
Are you dating-
to stay with this
Are you
person
dating
forever?
exclusively? Are you dating
to make babies with this person? Are you building a future with this
Are
person?
you?
Like, what-
Yeah. Are you getting to know this
If
person?
we've been together for a year, even 6 months. Yeah,
Oh, so y'all roommates.
6 months.
Y'all roommates.
maybe we're not even staying together at this time.
Oh, okay.
But we're together. We're boyfriend. Let's say we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
So your kids. You playing games. Boyfriend, girlfriend. You playing doctor at the school park.
Hey,
If I'm not dating anybody, if we're not together, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend, then this is a moot conversation. So, because obviously I'm not with this person, so they can do whatever it is they want to. But if I'm in a relationship with this person, boyfriend and girlfriend,
So what's the
that's
pur-
exclusive.
So I think this is where people just ruin their lives for years, because what is the purpose of y'all dating? Are you calling?
Then don't date.
But hold on. But are y'all dating for? Or are y'all dating for a purpose? Are you like, hey, I'm dating to find my forever, even if I don't want to get married?
and
I want to be with this person forever. Hey, we got a friend. We got friends that have been dating
let
as
me
long
go
as.
ahead and absorb all the hate. Acting like you're married, calling this dude your husband, calling that chick your wife, and y'all not actually married. That don't really mean anything. It doesn't mean anything because that's not. Oh, please. Oh, let me hear it. There's
Yeah.
a giant difference between being boyfriend and girlfriend and being married. I mean a giant difference.
I'm agreeing with you, but that still doesn't give you an excuse to go out and fucking cheat. It's not
But
an
that's-
excuse.
We're not saying an excuse to go out and cheat. We're saying if you're with this person and you get approached by somebody and you don't cheat, and you're like, oh, I want to, they made me think about it. When is the wedding? What are we doing? Hey, let me take your number.
No.
Hold on, pause. Let me take your number. Let me go figure this out. And if I don't get the answer I want, I'll hit you up, because this ain't going nowhere.
So are you on
That is an honest answer.
Oh,
You
that-
can't be mad at that honest answer.
That is an honest answer. So with that honest answer, are you honest whenever you go home and you tell your significant other?
Sure, why not? Because you should have that conversation immediately.
Yo, I seen so and so today, and he approached me to ask me, "What are we doing?" And it made me think, "What are we doing?
Yeah.
Do you plan on marrying me? Do you plan on doing
If that's
something
what
else
y'all
with me?"
both want, there should have been a conversation already had. If y'all are boyfriend,
But we've already discussed this, and we know those conversations aren't being had.
Okay. How many exes do you have? Let's just round numbers. How many?
5, 6,
5, 6,
7.
And out of 6, 7 of them, did you talk about marriage with every single one of
I
them?
was young.
That's not my question.
My man, you're 40 years old. How
That's not-
much
that's not
younger
my-
are
not my
you?
question. My question is, did you talk about marriage with every single one of them?
Nope,
Why not?
because I wasn't thinking about it.
What were you thinking about?
Fucking.
So that was a purpose.
So I'm gonna say, I like this person. I want to be with them.
For what?
But you wasn't talking about marriage. And by what you just said, those things don't happen. They should have had a conversation at some point. But you're admitting that you've never had that conversation.
Yeah.
You don't have that conversation. You know why? Because subconsciously, and me and him has had this conversation, me and you've had this conversation, something in you knows. You can really like somebody. Fuck, you can really love somebody, but you see it in them. You see it in them. I like being around this person. This person's cool. We can hang out for now, but I can't do this here forever.
Yeah.
I can't. This, when I close my eyes and I envision my white picket fence or my three-story
Or
house
black
or,
fence.
or my whatever it is, you're not seeing that person. That person doesn't pop up for you. You know that. Most people know that. But again, in relationships, and I know I'm stepping on some toes, but relationships becomes about convenience.
Yeah.
The older you get, that's why dating later on in your life, it's about something different.
So,
It's about stability.
so you could be stuck in a relationship because it's comfortable.
Whoop,
Not liking this person,
whoop,
haven't had any meaningful conversations about the future,
whoop.
but you don't want to have a high body count, so you just stay with this person.
And I'm agreeing with everything y'all just said.
Yes.
But follow the bouncing ball. It does not give you an excuse to cheat.
No, we're talking about giving the. We're saying
That's
if
still
you
disrespectful. Giving somebody else your number.
no, take their number.
That's disrespectful.
It is,
Okay.
but then if you take that number,
If you want it, put a ring on it.
so let me give you a scenario. All right, you are having casual sex with this person. They're coming over.
And if we have casual sex, we're not together.
What you mean?
If we're having casual sex,
Like,
then we're not in a relationship.
so
That can do whatever.
what's your definition of casual sex?
Having sex every once in a while?
Sure.
It's not,
Two
it's not-
friends-
not-
Two
yeah,
friends
like
that
friends,
hang out.
basically friends with benefits.
So friends with benefits. Now we already discussed how one side can think that's a relationship, and the other side can't.
No, because that's friends with benefits. You know what friends with benefits is.
Now,
Y'all not going nowhere.
So
Y'all not
you haven't. Hold on.
Friends
No,
with benefits
no,
have been
y'all are
so
y'all
long
are
time.
doing all that. That person comes over and spends the night every now and then. Y'all watching movie. Y'all go to the movies together. Y'all hit each other up. Hey, I'm hungry. You want to go eat? Yeah, let's do that. Y'all hanging out. Y'all having casual sex. Y'all haven't had the conversation of where this is going. Somebody approaches the female and says, blast from the past, comes back to town. Hey, I'm back in town seeing what you're doing. They have a conversation and she's like, hey, hold up. Let me see where this other thing is going.
Now that is different. Now that I respect, because like you said, the conversation has not been had. Y'all are not exclusive, boyfriend and girlfriend.
But we've already had the conversation about you in your many relationships haven't had the conversation about where it's going, where the future is.
where the future's going, but we actually aren't boyfriend and girlfriend.
What makes you boyfriend and girlfriend?
We've talked about it later.
Okay. Have you ever had a situation? Oh, you know where I'm going. So this is why I don't understand why you're fighting this so hard. Because I think, in my opinion, that you can understand how one side can be like, I thought that was my boyfriend.
I'm agreeing with. I told y'all I'm agreeing with both of y'all. I don't know what y'all not saying. I'm agreeing with that, but what both of y'all are saying, I'm just saying it's not okay to give somebody else your number if you're in a relationship. Now the whole like,
What about take that number?
what? Huh?
What about take that number?
Then that lets me know where I stand. We're in a relationship. We're boyfriend and girlfriend. When you take somebody else, that lets me know where I stand.
What?
Where do you say that?
Then you don't respect our relationship. Then what are we doing?
Which respect in what aspect? In what aspect?
Huh?
They don't respect it in what aspect? They don't respect the relationship to do what?
They don't respect the relationship or me. By
So-
taking somebody else, taking another man's number.
If they say, oh, well, I don't know where this is going. If you're in a relationship for just the sake of being in a relationship, why are you in a relationship?
Listen, if you
What are you disrespecting?
We get
You put a label on casual sex and now you're calling it a relationship.
I didn't put a label on casual sex. You did.
We called it boyfriend or girlfriend. But y'all just having casual sex because y'all not going
I'm not
anywhere.
talking about that. If we're just having casual sex, then
You
you
said-
can do whatever it is that you want.
what it sounds like is you're defining a relationship as two people having casual sex. Hold up, pause it. Let me finish. Now, let me finish. You're describing the relationship as two people having casual sex that hang out often.
How long were you and Jamila together before y'all got married?
Why are you gonna do this to me?
How long were you together?
That's fighting words right there.
How long were y'all together when y'all got married? Before y'all got married?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years. So on that
Yeah.
on that fourth year, have y'all talk when y'all start talking about marriage?
So immediately up front.
You two maybe was kind of already on the.
Yeah. So yeah. So I started before I introduced her to my son. I'm not getting in any kind of. First, I told her, "Hey, I'm only looking to have sex," and so we was actually having a casual relationship. So the scenario I was telling you about when this dude came in town, like, "Hey, let's see." She's like, "Hey, let's see where this is going." Yeah, we had that actual conversation. Let me see where this is going. And I'm like, "Damn, I like this casual sex." I have not introduced her to my son.
Okay.
Where is this going? Okay. And then we had that conversation. Okay.
Right.
I like you. I want you.
Say that then. Right.
So right then, from that conversation, I'm not calling you girlfriend, or I'm not doing the boyfriend girlfriend thing unless it's going to lead me to marriage. Lead me to forever. I wasn't introducing anybody to my son unless it was going to lead to something serious. Forever.
So it took that for you to be like, "Hey, I'm
Yeah.
something serious with you."
So that's why I don't feel like it was disrespectful for somebody
It
like
wasn't because you were having casual sex, and you already said up front that you didn't want nothing.
exactly. But then you get in those situations where so she felt like this was a relationship. Let me go speak with him before I go any further.
It's out no. It was out of respect that she did that.
She whatever she was doing, she felt like this was going somewhere.
Yeah. She liked you. You liked her. Y'all.
She liked me and she wanted me.
So,
So we had that conversation. So that's why I don't feel like it's disrespectful. Like, hey, okay, you back in town? Let me get your info.
because y'all,
I'll
had
hit
that
you back.
conversation, right? Like I said before, if y'all had that conversation, then they shouldn't be getting their fucking number out.
What you mean?
If y'all are boyfriend and girlfriend, like after that, y'all started dating, right?
Yeah.
So she wouldn't do that, right?
No, we didn't start dating. We started planning for the future. Because that shit was going somewhere.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, because it was going
I see
somewhere.
what you're doing.
Because it was going somewhere. We wasn't playing pretend house.
I wanna be living, fall in love like you, baby. He never said baby.
It had he put his sauce on it.
You know what I'm saying?
He put his sauce on it.
Well, he messed up a class.
Yeah.
Who sings that, by the way?
Honestly, brother. God,
Stupid.
Is it? Was it Ozzy Brother?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mistake that
I'm full disclosure. I thought it was Al Green.
You're goofy.
Now I want to look it up.
You don't have to look it up. You got two of the finest minds in R&B.
Please look it up. You know what I'm saying?
I think I know a little more R&B than you.
Do you thought that was Al Green, dummy?
Well, yeah.
Stupid.
Touche.
So we still didn't define how to take somebody. I'll tell you what, for the listeners, tell me how to take somebody on a date. If somebody, I know we know a lot of single women, we know a lot of single dudes. If you're gonna allow somebody to take you on a date, tell me how you would want it to go. What's a good first date to you? What's a good second date to you? Let me know.
Now, when does that conversation start about where this is going?
Before y'all start actually exclusively dating. Once y'all had a conversation, hey, look, I like you, you like me, you want to be my boyfriend, hey, I want to be your girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. We're together now.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do
That's kitty. That's the stuff you do in preschool.
I mean, right, I guess.
You hold it. Hey, we're gonna hold hands on the park. You're not holding hands with anybody else.
It doesn't necessarily have to be so cut. I'm not saying it doesn't have to necessarily have to be so cut and dry. You'll know once you get to that point. It'll be an understanding. Like
No. There's not. You keep saying you will know. No. That conversation has to be had.
I'm agreeing with you.
Nobody
Some
know.
people
No,
it does need.
it's not like a feeling like, yeah, we're in a relationship now, and then you turn around 3 years later and it's like, what? We're serious? What are you talking about? Nah, I just got my side chick pregnant. What are you talking about? We never had that conversation. You said you want to be boyfriend girlfriend. I thought we were back in high school.
So even being boyfriend and girlfriend is still an excuse to give your number up.
If it's not going anywhere, then
I understand what he's saying, but I understand what he's saying, but still, that title itself is exclusive.
the title is trash. The title is for kids.
It may be trash and it may be kiddie, but if we are in a relationship, that doesn't give you a boyfriend and girlfriend, however you want to describe it. So it doesn't give you.
Okay. So boyfriend and girlfriend, being in a relationship means something different to you than it does to him. I understand exactly what he's saying. Like, and a lot of people need to understand this. Like, today's dating world is trash.
Yes.
And this is what happens. You've been dating somebody for 15 years. What are y'all out here doing?
You calling your in your 30s calling somebody your girlfriend, and y'all haven't had discussion about, are you gonna be my wife? Or are you gonna be my forever?
So you just gonna date for 20 years?
But like I
And
said,
die?
I know people that's not married, they've been together forever, and they're not gonna cheat on each other.
And they talked about it probably.
Yeah, they've had that conversation.
You know, we got some close friends, AQ and Jessica. They've been forever.
Wait, you might mute that out, baby.
Why?
I don't know. Throwing people's names out there. It's gonna.
That's some random names. Why not? They've been forever. And it's like Facebook official. They've been forever.
Yeah.
Don't. I mean,
I think I'm agreeing with you. Marriages ain't, relationships ain't what they used to be.
Neither you put in this damn box, and neither is marriage. Marriage don't mean the same thing as it used to be either.
Whoa.
pause.
When your whole chest come up.
Because
Why you pumped your chest out? Nipples got hard.
Yeah,
What you doing? What we doing here?
it's time for the percolator.
Okay. Hold on. Oh,
Yeah, you got it.
I get it on?
Yeah, you got it.
Yo.
That was the cheapest league you ever seen.
Random on repeat dance video. We're gonna have a dance off. Y'all boys
Dance
playing with me.
off.
And we can have
Oh, murder it.
beat me one time.
Anybody that knows us and knows how we used to get down knows
Oh.
I was one of the best dancers. So
False. The only thing he danced to is cha-cha slide.
Let me. Hey, back in the day,
Copperhead Row.
I'm not gonna lie. Like me and I ain't gonna name them names, but we used to go out and we could get the party started. But this boy got a move. Yeah, he had just a couple moves you couldn't duplicate.
couldn't do it, man.
They was calling it the bro before a long time.
Yeah.
He had this thing to do with his legs, and then he would dip. Yeah, man.
He ended up kind of looking like
that nice move.
he looked like a little Jiminy Cricket out there shaking his leg to the left and the right.
Nah, it was like a cross between the Dougie and the Stanky leg.
Yeah, he do the steak and leg on both legs at the same damn time.
Oh man, used to kill it. But yeah, it's all different for everybody. Again, let us know what you think as usual. I don't know. We be trying to understand this dating stuff. I think it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Nowadays, you have to have that conversation pretty much up front. You got to let somebody know what your intentions are up front. Because if you don't, somebody gonna get their feelings hurt. Period.
Yeah.
People don't trust anymore because we've had situations where I'm like, yo, I'm gonna see you with. Let's just hang out. I'll take you out to dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how you, but I don't think that's
But it's
not
not
anymore.
But well, it's a constant conversation of, like you said, you let somebody know your intentions up front.
I like you,
But
but
sometimes-
sometimes hang out with you. It's
Yeah.
not-
And then, as y'all continue to hang out, you need to have that other conversation. Hey, where's this going?
I think you're cute and you got a big booty. I'm gonna play with you.
But on the other side of that too, when you start liking somebody more than they like you, does that turn somebody else off? Does it turn the opposite sex off? Or the other
Yes,
person off?
because you,
It's a
people
point.
don't know how to control that.
Yeah, it's a point. You
And
almost
I-
operate at a
I am
point of
guilty of that. I have done that before.
Whatever.
You don't know what to do with it. You're excited. You're just like, oh, I didn't think this was gonna work, but they like me back. Yeah, they let me touch their boobies. What do I do now?
I like boobies.
Yeah, I do like doing boobies. And you get super excited, but you don't know what to do with that. And especially if you're rolling off a bad relationship, you don't know what to do with that energy, man. Like, we gotta start some kind of focus group for people that's been damaged. I'm serious.
I'll be the spokesperson.
We need
yeah.
those people need areas to vent, and they need help getting back out into this world.
Man, those
It's
yeah, it's all about them conversations. And if you got a real good girlfriend or boyfriend, they can help you work through that stuff.
but when you're naive, and I've been looking at it. Well, he said his phone died. Maybe his phone didn't die. he said he was going to stay at his friend. Stop.
So that's
He
one
said,
thing.
he said he didn't see the message.
That's one thing I couldn't do is just lie about it. I couldn't.
Well, let me ask you a question. As an adult, how you getting in trouble? Like, what's the punishment?
Exactly. Why do I need to lie?
What's the,
Hey, I'm gonna get a whooping?
you get spanking?
No.
Someone's gonna ground you,
Like, yeah, I'm gonna get yelled at. I can yell back now.
and most of the time you've already proven it. No matter what I do, you still gonna let me beat this up. So, you just beat-
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
that is a whole other conversation.
That's maybe cheating
I
part
don't
two.
mind being completely honest. I mean, within reason, I've never been one to really like to lie
Now-
anyways.
I'm
don't like
not gonna say I don't lie, but I don't volunteer information.
I mean, everybody lies. I mean, but I'm not really, anybody knows me. I'm not really big on it. You ask me a question, I'm going to answer it. If I don't want to answer it, you don't know. It'll be completely
I'm a
right in your face.
I'm a
I'll
terrible
go around
I'm a
it.
terrible liar, and I start feeling guilty.
Nah.
I just don't really like lying. Just never had.
You do?
When I was younger, maybe, but now when it's my old age,
Yeah.
like late 20s, early 30s, I care, but I'm like, why lie? Like you said, I'm a grown ass man. What the hell lie to you for?
Yeah.
I hate when that's one thing that one of my biggest pet peeves, right? Somebody don't believe me when I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
No, it's me. I got a lot of you for.
Exactly. You can't whoop me?
I can't.
Oh,
You know,
nah.
we had Tom Vegas, I slept the hell out of you.
Well,
I wouldn't All right. Now we're starting to ramble.
yeah,
Good stopping point.
yeah,
Appreciate y'all listening.
yeah. Again, I mean, keep it coming, man.
Leave those comments.
Leave those comments. Guest spot
Hitchhiker.
coming soon.
Hitchhiker.
Guest spot definitely coming soon.
Yeah, we are. There's been a couple people that want to come on and share their thoughts.
Share the thoughts and emotions.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all watching, man. I'm broke, man.
Kmart.
Kevin Hart.
Kmart.
Yeah.
And I'm broke. Y'all know who I am.
Nobody cares.
Fuck off.
On side.